Hey, Sean and Mark, I am doing a first time user experience of Majesty apps if you were being recommended to me by a friend. So I'll go in with the example of I am building a product onboarding platform, which is actually something I am thinking about. And you are the person, the agency, the product studio that was referred to me by a friend of mine who I super trust. And I'm curious about evaluating you. So I just did the Google search. What's really interesting is, of course, I'm seeing here. I'm just going to move my face. Seeing Majesty is a fantasy thing. So you're coming up as number one. You're also coming up as like bottom three. Oh, so I'm just going to click relevant links and go about this the way that I would actually approach this. So first of all, Majesty K apps. Okay, we mentioned design. Okay, this looks beautiful. So right now on the landing page, I'm looking for really strong message strength, who you are, what you do. Are you going to fit me, my type of company? And the second thing is I'm curious, how to sign, how to engage with you. If I can see any blog, any content, any case studies before I decide to engage with you. So that's going to be very important for me as someone who's evaluating you. Like I want to have a little bit of your work before I decide to reach out. So we imagine, design, build digital products. We're Majestyk. Okay. Curious what that links to. Okay, that links to an about page. Team of innovators driven to create amazing, awesome experiences. Innovation at our core. Okay, this is cute. This animation is cute, but I'm just kind of like flipping through. So it's actually a little bit of a frustration rather than I actually thought it was going to be like that, in which case I'm used to the scroll, not the not the slideshow. What we do, custom products need a custom skill set. Got you covered. Okay, so you do all the things, like all the things. Cool. Also in this, I'm just realizing I'm not seeing, I'm not seeing, like I can't click on Android development. Here's the 3 Android apps we've built or something like that. So I'm just recognizing that. Let's see, we'll go back to the landing page. I didn't know what this was for 2 seconds. I guess it's like W3 standards, W2, like I'm not sure. Is that a microphone? Is it a Rubik's Cube? I'm quite confused as to what that is. Is that a weight? Anyway, maybe it's my untrained eyes. I don't know what that is as a thing. I like the idea of skip the small talk. This is cute. Get a proposal. You had to said hello. Let's make something great together. This is great. Website. Do you like beer? Okay. I'm curious. Send away. Cool. This is a really great. I like the intro message. Just putting me in the right headspace, which is like we're just here to like just chat around. Do you like beer? Cool. Let's have a conversation. Not what's your budget? What's your I know you're saying that. What's your budget? But like, yeah, the feeling I get from "Do you like beer" just makes it feel to me like it's far more conversational, not budget and business. Okay, work about cool. Let me go back to the landing page. So if I was going through this for the first time, keep scrolling. Expertise of the agility of a startup. No nonsense, just great people. Okay. Explore our work. Great. Oh, wow. Chevrolet. Vroom, vroom. This is massive. This is really, yeah, what a great brand partner. Oops, I just clicked on it. Phone's down. Mobile and secure distracted driving. Cool. This looks really cool. This is an interesting bucket of stats. I think I was expecting in a case study for you to say like, cool, like here's how I change things, not for you to double down on the on why you made design decisions of going for voice first and building your entire interface around trying to avoid drunk driving or trying to avoid typing. Useful and friendly. So what did this do? I'm looking for what did it do. It's beautiful, beautiful. 10,000 downloads. And when okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they used you more as like, hey, let's just create like a quick, here's like first level app. Like, we just want to see what this thing can do for us. Here's this idea. It's interesting because, like, I guess what do I know about you from reading this one case study? I know that you are a really good MVP partner to work with, and that you can spit out an MVP for me, and then I can have like a bigger, longer, like an enterprise product team take control of it after the MVP. I don't really know like why you were a good partner. Like it seems like you obviously were very thoughtful about your process and about the MVP. Oh, there's a dog right underneath me. But I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I obviously great brand name. I'm not really sure what I would take out of this except for you're a good MVP partner, obviously. So maybe that's exactly what you wanted for me to take out, though. Let's go back to Audio Mac, moving music forward. Cool. Complete with unlimited storage, offline listing. Okay. Fast listener is early stage growth partner. Seeing access to more music. Okay. Music never stops. Neither do we. But like, what did you do? Proper introduction. Cannot remove from playlist notification system. Oh, wow. Okay. Like these are very different stats from Chevrolet. Incredibly different stats. It feels like I'm trying to compare apples to oranges right now. Is this just like, here's the app that you built in which there's like 1 billion monthly plays in the app that you built? That's amazing. Where works, guides to visually impaired. Let's work together. Cool. I mean, if this is the app that you built, it looks cool. Looks really great. Like you did something very, what were you in charge of? You were in charge of audio experience, offline. Yeah, super impressive stats. Where works? I know them. I sent them a couple of people. Sign company, Wayband. Yep. Keith is great. Accessibility first design using voice prompts. Keep it functional and simple. Yeah, like these really are great images in the background. And I feel like I, as someone who's just reading through a quick case study, I want to know what you thought about. Like it's obvious that you are a good MVP design partner. Now that this is the third case study that I'm going through, but I want to know like how you do it. And maybe I'm just scrolling too fast to go through it, but I'm not feeling like I have a good understanding of, for example, like the thing you would have explained to me, the 6-week 50K, let's explore what an MVP could look like. So these look like really great end products, and I'm unsure if you've worked on this for 2 days or 18 months. Like, this is not relevant stats to me because I'm just curious what you did for them. Like, these are 3 very different use cases. the Chevrolet, the car, the audio, and now the vision impairment. And I'm unsure how you help them. I guess if you're starting off with nothing, but like I'm not sure why these stats are in there, or they're not super relevant to me. Is maybe a better way to describe it. Like if I'm coming in with the example of I'm looking for a product design partner for my product app, then this would be like, okay, cool. Like here's some stats about the workplace, but like, what did you do for them? You built this in how much time? What did this do for user base? Or like how fast were people going through it before, and how did you change that conversion churn? Like, or that's all the metrics that I look through. But otherwise, like if I was just looking for a general dev partner, a dev agency, and I think that this is for me the difference between like a dev agency and like a product studio. If I'm just looking for a dev agency, this looks like a great bundle of work, and it seems like you're a very good MVP partner. Unless it's part, yeah. I'm not sure if these are the stats you guys should be showing. I think I'm having a lot of problems with the red stats. Anyway, so I know we're 10 minutes through. I've looked through a bunch of your case studies. What am I seeing? I'm seeing at the end of my 5-10 minutes that on an agency side, it seems like you can definitely think through the initial stages with me. You find the thing that is the most important. For Chevrolet, it was drunk driving. For WearWorks, it was the visual impairment. For the audio, it was notifications. All-in-one audio platform. I'm trying to think there's information coming to mind. And then from that, what is the most important? Well, it seems like you're a really good like dev shop. It seems like you can help me think through something that is MVP, and you can be a good dev shop. So what else do I want to know? I want to know what other people have said about you. Like this is all things that you're saying about yourself. So I want to see like quotes or development times. Like I want to get into the thing of like, cool, other people have worked with you. Now how can I imagine working with you? And quotes really put me into that headspace, as does like development costs or life cycle or roadmap, like some sort of like here's our template, our framework for how we work. Those are the things going through my mind right now. So cool. Let's go through some SEO. Let's see how your blog is. Brands are built around story. Here's a few of my own. I really like your copy. Some of it is very like catchy, and I really like that a lot. Real world skills internship program. Succeeding. This is interesting. Yeah, top developers embrace these innovative technologies, debunking going viral, commerce over e-commerce. Okay. What am I looking for? I think I'm looking for like officer productivity. Here we're app obsessed. Here's a couple of. I feel like these are really great like listicles. How to support wellness. Why digital? Okay. Is this it? When was this written? The mobile e-commerce experiment engagement that will keep you competitive. Does it say how long you've been operating for? I'm not really sure why that's relevant, but it is relevant to see. It's relevant for me to like see like during what amount of time has this breadth of experience taken place. Laundry list. Check out our projects. Oh, I haven't been on here yet. Oh, cool. Hybrid multi-cloud. That's if you worked with IBM. I'm also like not seeing the trail of logos that is very common. And then the logos, of course, are connected to case studies. So that's interesting. Budgets. Did you build an iOS app for them, with them? Platform or developers? I'm not really sure. Just doing a quick scan. What you final product allowed? This. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm kind of looking for like, we've done a bunch of work. Here's our partners. Okay, amazing. Some of these, good couple of them I haven't heard of. Pepsi is a really big one. I kind of would expect, I definitely would expect this to go off to something else, to a case study. I haven't done more. Oh, this is the quotes I wanted to see. It's always the word season. This is great. Cool. The first thing that comes to my mind is when do these things take place? Because I don't think I can click on any of them. So, one, this is amazing. Definitely amazing. I'm surprised with I guess a little bit of a lack of press mentions. But cool. I don't know when you got these. And I also haven't seen the leadership. I know that was in the About page. Team innovators, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Mark, Sean, and Don. I'm assuming Don is the head of co-founder and CEO. Okay, I was expecting him to be sales, but behind the scenes. Okay. What am I looking for next? Okay, so I feel like you've definitely, what do I know? I know you've done a body of work. I know you are pretty good at thinking through the MVP of a very, I want to say delicate product. So for the thing that comes to my mind is WearWorks and like visually impaired. And so that is very helpful. Lots of only iOS apps. My assumption is it's only iOS, Android, and web. Like it's not, like IDEO is doing like hospital systems. It's not like outside of tech development. What else do I want to see? The blog wasn't a great example of your expertise. I did not feel like I had I just like I wasn't really sure what to do with the blog. Tech trends. I don't know. I think on my side, like I'm constantly answering questions like, why is product the thing to invest in? Why is, what is first time user experience? What is the top 10 ways? And so like that's how I start to definitely niche down from, hey, I'm just like a general product human versus to I own first time user experiences and how to make sure that that's not your conversion breaker. And so I'm saying all of this because it looks like you have an amazing body of work. And I think I would just kind of classify you as like dev agency, like excellent dev agency, but dev agency nonetheless. I'm trying to think, maybe there's something in the landing page that is like, we are your early stage design partners. I'm wondering if there's like a graphic that can be shown that here is your current, here are stages of companies, and here's the stages that we've worked with. We work with stages in this size or something like that. And I am also aware that limits you. I am very, very much aware that limits you. Cool. So I feel like I've definitely done a landing page evaluation, the 1 minute magic moment, some sort of like what is an immediate quick win? What is something I've learned about how to develop or about like what your niche is? I'm not sure that I've gotten that. Like, here's what I would probably do. I'd be like, Majestyk, reviews. That's definitely what I would do. Majestyk apps. Reviews, working at Majestyk. Oh, cool. Client reviews is 26. Rating, working at Majestyk. Cool. Last door and clutch. Aim to top. Okay. App reviews, Upcity. Okay. This seems like the most unbiased reviews right now. Majestyk apps, 3,000 likes. Anything else that I would click on? I mean, like, I don't really care how you pay your developers, right? As long as I'm going with adjustments. And plan for decision making. It's been lame. Okay. This feels like something that somebody else wrote, not. This definitely feels very salesy, like the summary. You've been met with unanimous acclaim. Like it feels a little too salesy. Like either you guys wrote something or like it doesn't feel like it came off. Anyway, that's not over. Okay. The measure of success is whether the team can deliver on time or not. I'm in an industry where things constantly change. I needed something developed from them in a matter of days that was good enough to demonstrate to pretty large clients. Very quick turnaround. I always appreciate. Yeah. Like honestly, I would have definitely and this is on Clutch's side, but I think that this is a much better quote to describe the working relationship than this. This feels very salesy. Call of Duty, that like like I'm laughing a little bit because I'm not sure who picked that. Like if it was Clutch, but it just feels like a little too much. Customers can expect a passionate team that goes Call of Duty. Yeah, it feels like yeah. Anyway, that's my maybe very sarcastic side is coming out. I'm like, oh, did you write that? It's a successfully delivered the app. Delight of the sales team, lean and responsive. Cost, willing to refer. Well, with our unorthodox approach in a very startup-like environment. And to alter their schedule. Okay, for wearables company, I'm assuming that this is Wearworks, of course. One of their sons, so making a lot of time into a lot. Interesting. That's a really interesting quote because it meant that they knew that they were a small client versus a large client, and that's super interesting to have an awareness of. Because if you're small and you're getting a lot of time, it means that you're just like very appreciative of the time. So that's a very interesting quote to me. Because I am currently a 3-person shop, this means a lot to me. Professionalism. Favorite concept. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but these feedback summaries are very odd. They just feel incredibly salesy. It's been positive. Web dev through ad agency. Quality. Interesting. I'm wondering why the quality here was a little less. A lot of media coverage. Oh, interesting. Some pros and cons with working with a small company. One of the smallest we've engaged with. Super interesting. That's very, very interesting. It's like the small companies are very happy that they've gotten so much time, and the large companies are unsure. I guess there's pros and cons. I'm curious what those cons are, but that's very, very interesting. Could see them growing and getting even better. Okay, interesting. I could see them growing, getting it. Definitely recommend. Work within a small budget. Cool. So I feel like I've read a bunch of the reviews. I've interpreted, dissected. So for the most part, it seems like I'm getting a really good idea of like what it means to be a small company working with you guys versus a large company working with you guys. Of course, the hard thing is if you're a small company working with you guys, then feels like I get more time. If you're a large company working with you guys, I'm not sure if I get as much time, or I'm not sure like what the deliverable is. What's also very interesting is like confidential versus trying to 200K. Like this, this could obviously be very big, but react to like this one's. I don't think I've seen another that is 202, so I'm just gonna search that. How many other? No, just the first. There's probably a couple of more reviews. I'm just trying to figure out how many other reviews have 200 in them. Nope. So if nothing is popping up. All these are less than 200. Less than 50 is my assumption. Let me just do one more search. 200. No. Okay. 200 is a really high number to hit. And it's really interesting. It's like this is obviously a very large amount of money, and it's very interesting. Like 250K for NAP is like, 3 engineer salaries for a couple of months, right? Or like a full team for 6 months to be building an app. So it is interesting to me. If I had venture money, I would be taking that into account. But it does seem like you're very good at moving fast, so I want to keep that in mind. Retainer-based budget. What makes us different? At our foundation, the belief is bold vision, location, currently any reviews. Interesting. Up City. So Up City is like how did I get to Up City? Majesty apps. I'm just trying to figure it out because I'm trying to figure out which number of link that was. Oh, here. HG apps review. Up City is Up City. Okay, so this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your 5th place for rank, and you don't have any reviews on here. Just like a good note. Facebook. 1 person liked. Yeah. Interesting that you have a Facebook. I guess it's like it's interesting. Succeed in post creativity and innovation. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like it feels like you're not getting a ton of press coverage, but you are working with some big partners, and so I don't know. Like it feels like you should and should be not, in quotes there, you should be getting more press coverage. So it is interesting to me. Like digital product studio. Yeah, I'm surprised. Is LinkedIn your main place for like you got an award or an honorable mention, and you're getting four hearts, 4 likes? That's really low. See, all 18 employees, New York-based company. Okay, 1. Oh, great, cool. Yeah, I saw this too when I checked out. I checked out your LinkedIn profile, Sean. 14. Everything else is otherwise a 1. So that's a little, just like it's noted, like lower engagement on social platforms. Anything on digital product studio. Okay. Don't have a ton of followers. Got 3 hearts. That's not great. And Sean, if you have a Twitter, it wasn't in here. 100 design lessons. Okay. So like social is obviously not your thing. Like I see that very clearly. Yeah, cool. I'm seeing that this is just like not social is definitely not your thing. I'm seeing I'm gonna just make my face a little bit bigger as I wrap up. So I don't know how long this is. It's probably been like 30 minutes that I've been looking at your stuff. If I was looking at you from the perspective of someone had given me your your name, your info. I'm seeing you as a development studio. You make products, but I'm seeing you definitely as like a development studio. And I don't know what time frame those products are made in. I'm not sure what the cost is, or that's not true. I know Clutch, so I do see like a variance of cost between sometimes 10 to 50 or 50 to 200 or 200 plus. Um, but you've also got like 18 employees. That's really interesting. It means, there's definitely money coming in. There's definitely a team to be supportive. And I'm sure that companies are like, oh wow, 18 people, like that's a great size, if you're just a startup starting off. And I'm sure I'm curious how enterprises view that, although you do have that Chevrolet case study. Those are all just the things going through my mind. I will say that like I'm not seeing a ton of like, this is what we do. And I think that that's on a content side, that's definitely something on Sean, I think you definitely mentioned this on outputting more content to get in those inbound leads. And I'm not seeing it on your website. And I'm not seeing, most importantly, for backlinks. I'm not seeing it on other people's website to backlink back to you and say, hey, you know what, Sean, Mark, and getting the third person, you know what they're great at? They're really great at helping you brainstorm an MVP. Just like quick call, there you go. And that's something that you could probably also include in your contact page, is to be like, cool, 15, 20 minutes. Here is what we receive. Here's what we see. We will be happy to give you a 15-minute dev consult, or I don't, you can find better words around that. I did like your copy. I thought it was very snippy. It was very, hey, we're the new fresh thing, rather than, oh, we're like a stale old dev agency that has had, it's like, this ain't your grandma's dev agency. Any other things that I'm seeing? Social's not great. Yeah, I'm not sure. The work with clients seems to be pretty good. You've got some really great names under your belt. The work with clients, like what they have to say about you, seems to be pretty good. And I'm not sure what I can expect from your creation of an MVP. Do I get, can I expect an app to be built in 3 days? Can I expect a certain number of iterations? Can I expect 2x number of users if I use you guys? I guess like I'm trying to figure out what the convincing factor would be. Like, I'm going to turn off this video and I'm going to think about it. And what am I going to think about? What's going to keep me, what fact about you guys is going to convince me in the middle of the night that you're the one to do it, to engage with, and not another, Postlight, for instance. So that's definitely what's going through my mind right now, is I don't know how to quantify your work, and what you're really good at. It seems like you got really a lot of MVPs down your belt, on your belt, but I'm not really sure how to quantify the success of an MVP. I see you guys got like a number of downloads. That could be more the partner rather than you guys. Like, what happens with the app from there? Yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you both tomorrow. So, talk to you then. Bye.